Hi everybody, this is Judy at Judy in the Kitchen. Today we're talking about ways to reduce salt in your diet, and I've got a list of tips and ideas on that. Now this list is very long. I broke it up into 4 parts. This is part 3, and I'll have a link to the other parts below in the description box. And if you want to see the whole list at one time, feel free, go to my blog post. That link is below in the description box as well, and you can see the whole list and my whole very comprehensive paper about ways to reduce salt and why do we need to do that in our diet. When including nuts in your meals and snacks, opt for the unsalted varieties of nuts when you're buying them. You'll do yourself a lot of favor, and yeah, they're going to have a little different flavor, and you might be used to the saltiness, the flavor of the salted nuts. Give yourself a little bit of time, you'll get used to the unsalted varieties. Be aware that restaurant foods, whether it's fast food or dine-in, are usually very high in salt. That's what gives them that enhanced flavor that we're so accustomed to. Try to limit your intake as much as possible to such foods, or have smaller servings. If you're dining in, you do have the option of asking your server to request that the chef use less salt in the food preparation, or no salt even, if it's at all possible. And if that's not possible, just try to opt for smaller servings wherever you can. Balance it out so you're not hungry, left hungry, with maybe a side salad that's salt-free dressing, or some fresh fruit or other vegetables of choice. Read your labels. It's very important to pay attention to that nutrition facts panel. Even if a food is labeled as being reduced in sodium, it still may contain a lot of sodium. It might have 25% less sodium than the full seasoned version, but even the reduced selection may still be relatively high in sodium. So awareness is key. Be aware of what you are buying. If you still want that food and you select the reduced sodium, you could balance it out, maybe have a little bit less on your portion and balance it out with a side of another vegetable that doesn't have any salt added to it, or a salad or fruit or something like that. If you're a meat, poultry, seafood eater, choose fresh cuts rather than cured or salted, smoked, or other versions that might have been processed or brined in some way. They're usually very high in sodium, and they'll quickly take your sodium intake for the day way up there. So opt for the fresh versions and then add your own seasoning to them when you go to cook them. Try to include more fresh or frozen vegetables in your meals that were prepared without sauces or flavorings, or if needed, or if you need to make your own sauce to go on it, that's fine. Add a lot less salt or no salt and balance it out with the other seasonings that are in your sauce, and it should come out very well. When you're buying rice and pasta, opt for the dry, plain versions of them, those that are without added flavorings or seasonings, because you can guarantee that any added flavorings and seasonings that are in there are going to be high in sodium. Also, when you're shopping, be mindful of instant foods, things that cook up really fast and they've got the flavoring all in there. Oh, they are usually loaded with salt of all sorts and amounts. And so if you choose foods like that, read the labels so you're aware of the sodium content. And if possible, choose a low sodium variety or a no sodium variety. If not, and you still want to eat the food, fine. Eat smaller amounts of it at one time. Balance it out with some salt-free foods of your choice, whatever they are. Some people, and my mother was always this way, like to salt their food on their plate before they even taste it. My mother was notorious about that. She would just salt about like this on her plate with whatever table salt was around, and then she would enjoy her food. Why not give the chef a little bit of credit and taste the food first before you douse it with more salt? It might taste perfectly fine, just like it was served to you, rather than you're adding more seasoning to it that will not do your body any good. Well, this concludes part 3. Hang in there and I'll have part 4 video going for you. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Take care. Bye for now.